Born April 15, 1938 in Tunisia, actress Claudia Cardinale is arguably best remembered, at least internationally, for her role as Angelica in the film The Leopard. The 84-year-old's career has spanned more than 6 decades in numerous genres. She got her first taste of fame after winning the Most Beautiful Italian Girl in Tunisia competition in 1957. The grand prize was an all-expenses-paid round trip to Italy, where she attended the Venice Film Festival. With the help of her mentor and future husband, Franco Cristaldi, Cardinale quickly was offered lucrative film contracts. After appearing in The Leopard and Federico Fellini's masterpiece 8 1/2 in 1963, Cardinale became well-known throughout the U.S. and Britain, thanks to her role in The Pink Panther. For the next several years, she appeared in a number of Hollywood films as well as Italian features. American audiences probably remember her best from her starring role in 1968's Once Upon a Time in the West. In the late 60s, after growing tired of Hollywood, Cardinale transitioned back to solely appearing in Italian and French films. She's been active in the film industry ever since. Even though she's an octogenarian, she refuses to retire. She's also been a very outspoken advocate for women's rights. Since 2000, she's been a UNESCO Goodwill Ambassador for the defense of women's rights. She's also been a fierce defender of LGBTQ issues. Cardinale has always been one of the most strikingly beautiful stars in the entertainment industry. LA Times magazine named her one of the 50 most beautiful women in film history in 2011. Join Factsverse as we take a look at some rather spicy vintage photos of Claudia Cardinale when she was in her prime. Be warned though, this video is definitely for adult eyes only. From pageant winner to international superstar. Claudia was born in French Tunisia in 1938. Her mother's side of the family owned a small shipbuilding company in Trapani, while her father was a railway worker. Both of her parents hailed from Sicily, and she was fluent in Sicilian, but she also spoke Tunisian Arabic and French. She didn't learn how to speak Italian until she'd been cast in Italian films. Today, she's also a fluent speaker of English and Spanish. As a teen, Cardinale, like everyone else her age, was obsessed with Brigitte Bardot, and she was described by her peers as being silent, weird, and wild. Her earliest work in film was participating with her classmates in the making of a short film by French director René Vautier called Anneau d'Or, which premiered at the Berlin Film Festival. That early role made her a minor local celebrity. Around the same time she won the Most Beautiful Italian Girl in Tunisia competition in 1957, Cardinale was spotted by filmmaker Jacques Baratier, who offered her a minor role in his upcoming film Sharif and Goha. While traveling in Italy, she attended the Venice Film Festival, where she met several big-name producers. She was invited to come out and study at the Experimental Cinematography Center in Rome under the Italian actress Tina Lattanzi. After attending classes there for just one term, she returned home. While she was highly photogenic, she struggled with her acting assignments, mostly because she wasn't fluent in Italian. Once back in Tunisia, Cardinale unexpectedly became pregnant. She later explained the pregnancy was the result of a short fling she'd had with a Frenchman 10 years her senior, which started when she was 17 and lasted for little under a year. Even though he wanted her to get an abortion, Cardinale decided to keep the child. She signed a 7-year contract with Vides, which was Franco Cristaldi's production company. Cristaldi managed her career during its infancy and was married to her between 1966 and 75. In 1958, Cardinale had a minor role in the internationally successful comedy Big Deal on Madonna Street, portraying a Sicilian girl named Carmelita who found herself imprisoned in her own home by her controlling brother. That same year, she appeared in the romantic comedy 3 Strangers in Rome. Despite being pregnant, she continued to work well into her 3rd trimester. She had to keep the pregnancy a secret if she wanted to keep her career afloat, but she soon found herself highly depressed and contemplating suicide. Eventually, she asked Cristaldi to let her out of her contract, but instead he sent her off to London for the delivery so she'd be far away from the Italian press. It was simply explained she'd gone to England to learn English for an upcoming role. Before we tell you more about Cardinale, be sure to give this video a like and tap the join button to become a Factsverse member. You'll gain exclusive access to a library of videos too risque than YouTube typically allows. Cardinale's golden years. Under Cristaldi's guidance, Cardinale quickly became one of the most popular and commercially successful actresses in Italy. In 1959, she appeared in the mafia film Vento del Sud and followed that up playing the wife of Maurizio Arena in The Magistrate. After that, she appeared in the British movie Upstairs and Downstairs. The next several years would prove especially fruitful for Cardinale, as she was seen in critically and commercially successful films like Girl with a Suitcase, Cartouche, and The Leopard. In her early roles, Cardinale's voice was often dubbed over, as producers found her voice to be too gruff. It wasn't until she starred in Fellini's 8½ that the international audience got a chance to hear her distinct hoarse voice. In 1963, Cardinale became well known in the US and Britain with her appearance in The Pink Panther opposite David Niven. For the next 5 years, she appeared in several Hollywood hit films like Blindfold, Lost Command and The Professionals, Make Waves, and The Hell with Heroes. Her biggest hit with American audiences, however, was Sergio Leone's classic spaghetti western Once Upon a Time in the West, which hit theaters in 1968. The movie was a joint Italian-U.S. production and saw Cardinale playing a former prostitute alongside Charles Bronson, Henry Fonda, and Jason Robards. After spending several years testing out the waters with American cinema, Cardinale returned back to doing Italian and French films in late 1968. That year, she won the David Di Donatello Award for Best Actress for her performance in Il Giorno della Civetta. Throughout the 70s, Cardinale enjoyed continued success with roles in films like 1971's A Girl in Australia, 1974's I Guapi, and 1978's Corleone. In 1982, she played Klaus Kinski's love interest in Fitzcarraldo. And in 1984, she won the Nastro d'Argento Award for Best Actress for her role in Claretta. Cardinale's recent work. In 2010, Cardinale won the Golden Orange Best Actress Award at the 47th Annual International Antalya Golden Orange Film Festival for her portrayal of an elderly Italian woman who takes in a young exchange student from Turkey in the film Signora Enrica. In 2014, she appeared in the Emma Thompson-written British period drama film Effie Gray. During production, she was quoted as saying she had no plans of quitting acting, even though she'd already appeared in 142 films and was well into her 70s at the time. In 2020, Cardinale starred in the Swiss miniseries Bull, and she followed that up with an appearance in the Netflix film Rogue City. No signs of slowing down. In a 2013 interview with The Guardian, Cardinale said she never wanted to stop acting. She went on to say it's fantastic to continue to work. Over the past 6 decades, she's gotten the chance to work with master filmmakers like Fellini, Leone, and Herzog, and has shared the screen with stars like Peter Sellers, Tony Curtis, and French film veteran Jean Rochefort. Despite staying busy, she still found the time to raise a family. She has 2 children, her son Patrick, who was born in secrecy when she was 19, and her daughter Claudia, whom she had with her partner Pasquale Squitieri, who she lived with for 42 years, from 1975 until his death in 2017. She also has a niece who's followed in her footsteps by pursuing a career in acting. Francesca Cardinale has appeared in films like Ton Absence, The Canvas, and Gonzalo Gutierrez's upcoming movie Pacific. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite Claudia Cardinale film? Let us know in the comment section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to FactsVerse if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.